So WWE 2K25 is just around the corner, and these are the top 3 things I would like to see in the new game. So at number 1, we have Create a Story. So if you don't know what Create a Story is a mode where you like add scenes into a timeline, and then you can edit a timeline to add like promos with like champions, or backstage interviews with the champions before they walk out to the ring, ambushes, so attacks after the game, before the match, after the match, mid-match, on the referee. The other thing about Create a Story is you could download people's stories of community creations, which some of them were decent, some of them weren't, but it kept me hooked from 2K14 to 2K15, which I mean 2K15 was probably the worst game ever, but it kept me hooked for the time being while I was waiting. So it's not like Universe these days. It's a bit like Universe, but you literally control everything in the universe. You can add, like you have cutscenes now, you can add more to that. Coming at number 2, get rid of My Faction. So My Faction is an online mode where it's a bit like Ultimate Team in FC25. It was good when you had Persona cards, like when it first came out, people were getting Sheamus 09 and the Seth Rollins Shield. Apart from that, no one else uses it. They've used it like FC25 does, to grab people and get them to spend money on packs to get these Persona cards, where they already have DLC, so I don't know why they do that. If you're not doing it for Persona cards, there's no point in playing it. Coming in at number 3 then, no showcase. My concept this year should be a mode where you combine My Rise and Showcase. So, a bit like NBA, you level up your character, a bit like My Rise now. There's not such as a story, you're not restricted to have to go on a specific story. You can choose what brand you want to go on, like NXT, or if you're doing women's, you can do different things like that. But you can choose to be on Raw, SmackDown, anything you want. And then just be like NBA, you can level up your character. And this ties into if we are getting the WWE 2K My City, which I doubt we're getting, because that's a lot of expectation from 2K for WWE games. If they can't get cutscenes right, they can't get 2K City right, can they? So also, I think it leads up to the final fight being dethroning Roman Reigns, which, seeing as he is the cover star for this year, supposedly leaked, I feel if they have a showcase sort of My Rise thing, they'll all link it in to Roman Reigns, and they'll have the final match in your career, dethroning Roman Reigns, and then maybe you can, a bit like UFC, when you become a champion, you just keep fighting, trying to retain your championship, but it depends how in-depth WWE want to go. And if we do end up getting a showcase, and just normally like a copy and paste of this year's game, just new updated stuff, new updated roster, which would ruin the game and no one would want to play that. I'd expect it to be the whole thing to do with the Bloodline, so the Bloodline's history, so the Usos forming, then you remember when the Usos took on Roman Reigns and Jey Uso pinned Roman Reigns, then they joined together, in 2019 when like Baron Corbin and that rivalry, they sort of started then. And beyond that, just keep going, like when we got to Sami Zayn at Royal Rumble, Jey Uso vs Roman Reigns and Lockdown, in the Thunderdome. It's just stuff like that I reckon will be in the showcase. I mean, not what any of us want, but it might just be what we got. It won't be exactly what we as fans want, but it is WWE 2K game at the end of the day, and they never give us what we want. So yeah,